Hey everybody, it's Hooterville75 with Midnight to Ferocious Sissy down here in the swamp pit. Just want to thank everybody for sticking with me, as I haven't done a video in about 2 months and it's been a while, but you know, being straight up, I could give excuse after excuse after excuse, but I'll just get straight to the point and tell you where I've been. First off, as everybody was aware before, I'm going through some family issues with my daughter. The pulmonary doctor found polyps on her one lung that could possibly be cancerous. We're currently going through additional testing to have that checked out, verifying if the polyps they found on her are cancerous. Then we're going to have to take that next chapter of our life and get that straightened out and get her squared up, hopefully healed up as soon as possible. The wife had back surgery and is still having complications from the back surgery. And me, you know, with my bipolar and depression, they've switched medications on me. I'm now on Seroquel and Effexor. On top of that, I had OCD, and you wouldn't be able to tell by the look of my workbench right now, but that comes from not being down here in a couple months. And on top of that, I myself was like Dave Parker from here on YouTube, addicted to Vicodin and Percocet from my back surgeries I had, and I was too much of a coward to admit I had a problem and do anything about it. But when Dave Parker got himself fixed up and healed from his addiction, I thought, you know what, pardon my French, but if he's big enough to step up and realize he has a problem and do something about it, what the fuck am I doing? So pardon my French, like I said a bad word. But being that I have a friend that works in a rehab, I got some counseling and advice from her, and luckily didn't have to go through the rehab process, but weaned myself off of abusing them from 10-12 pills a day down to the 3-4 pills a day I'm supposed to take, and I'm taking them as prescribed now. So thank you, Dave Parker, for stepping up and doing what you did, making me realize, hey, you know, anybody can do this. So I owe you a huge thanks for all your consultations we had, giving me the advice you gave me through PM. I really appreciate that, man. So, all right, on enough of the jibber jabber family issues. Let's get back to modeling. I did acquire a few new things here. First being the Pache airbrush. I have my Badger Patriot 105, but I developed a problem with that. Being the brainy idea, I decided to soak it in lacquer thinner for 24 hours to clean it. It ruined all the seals in it. So I'm like, well, I can't really afford this, so what am I going to do here? So I went onto this site called swagbucks.com, where you can do different tasks and complete different tasks and surveys, and you get swag bucks based on what you do. So I accrued over 20,000 swag bucks, which ended up being $200 worth of Amazon gift cards. So I went on to Amazon and got this Pache H series set airbrush. I actually have it came in a nice little set here. You get the jars, the hookups, and an air hose, all the tools you need to get it set up, and then different 1, 3, and 5 tips and needles and nozzles. So yeah, that worked out pretty good. So I ended up getting that airbrush, and then as you can see over here, I originally ran into a listing for, it said 16 bottle set Nader Brown, this little jobby right here, but it was only listed for $5.95. So I'm thinking, wow, 16 bottles of Vallejo Model Air paint for $5.95, but it said Nader Brown. So I figured it was a typo, but I'm like, you know what, I'm going to jump on that and see what happens. So I ordered it, and sure enough, it was just this bottle of Nader Brown. So I called Amazon up and I'm like, look, it said 16 bottles and specifically listed each individual Keller. And sure enough, it was listed wrong. And they said, okay, well, you can keep that bottle. And they credited my account for the $56 that the paint set cost. So I ended up ordering a Allied Keller 16 bottle set, since the Nader Brown was wrongly listed and they didn't have that set. So they send it and this basic Keller's set comes. Well, that wasn't what I ordered either, so I called them again. And they shipped the wrong item. They said, well, on us, since we made the mistake, keep this basic Keller set and we'll send you the right thing. It ended up being out of stock as well. So I ordered this Metallics Keller set, 16 bottle set. So finally it came and it was right. So through the process of it all, I ended up getting two 16 bottle sets of Vallejo model air paints for $5.95 that I originally paid for this one bottle of Nader Brown. It was supposed to be a 16 Keller set. Then I also ordered two other sets. I ordered this set, which is a basic Keller set, and then I ordered this set, which is the emergency vehicles Kellers. You get blue, you get Arctic blue, mint, orange. This is the orange. This one is the fire truck red. You get yellow, you get a white, and you get an ivory. So I've totally made the switch to Vallejo model air paints, and I couldn't be happier shooting them with this Pash airbrush, although I like the Badger a lot more. I'm really getting comfortable with this Pache, and I'm hoping to get a Badger Crescendo because it resembles the Pash the most. So now that I'm airbrushing with the Vallejo model air colors, I kept all my Model Masters, enamels, and acryls. These are Testors acrylic, and these over here are Testors enamels. I use the Testors and the Model Masters to do all my brush painting. I picked up a set of 5-minute epoxy that Dr. Cranky always recommends as well off of Amazon. And just today I went out and got some primer. I'm a Rust-Oleum freak, you all know that, so I got the gray and the ruddy brown, and then I also ran into this new stuff, which is Rust-Oleum as well, but it's ultra cover. It's to be 2 times the coverage. As you can see here, it's 1 can equals 2 regular bottles of Rust-Oleum primer, so I'm going to give that a go and see how that works. I'm hoping that'll really work, that I can really get the double coverage. That way it lasts a lot longer. I'm imagining that's going to matter of how thick you put it on, so I'll give that a whirl and see what happens. I also today got this. I'm a real huge fan of Aleene's Tacky Goo. Dries crystal clear, goes on smooth, but I seen this in this dabber. You know, it's like a pen or a pencil almost. But I feel that I'll be able to control the flow of it a lot better on how much that I put on. So, I in my absence, I have been doing some building. So I'll get to that and show you what I've been doing. I also picked up another X-Acto knife today. So, can never have enough X-Acto knives. So here's what I've been building. Currently building the Monogram Miller Genuine Draft Rusty Wallace number 2. I have to get a set of aftermarket decals.
What am I going to do with Mormon tiles?
Seeing that, sorry about that, that was the phone ringing. I have to get a set of aftermarket decals for that. Seeing that it says Pontiac Grand Prix Racing. They, being beer, they don't put the monogram doesn't put the decals for any beer related. So this is where I'm at with this one. Got the chassis all mocked up, got the engine assembled, roll cage is on, got the front and back suspension on it, exhaust. So that's pretty much where I'm at with that one. Then recently I did the Ernie Irvin Kodak Film Chevrolet number 4. This was the first one I did since coming back, so, you know, it turned out okay, but not perfect. You know, I got a lot of work to do before I get perfect at this, but here it is. Kodak Film. Excuse the quality of it, but there's the suspension. So that's that one. And then I also have my Big Spring contest entry through Scale Model Addict. Let me put the camera down a minute. Which is my 1941 Chevy pickup. Got it all finished. Unfortunately, I didn't get it submitted in time. But next year we'll get on that. It was fun building it. I could have got it submitted, but I wasn't active in the forum while I was building it, and I quit halfway through doing my build logs, so if I can get this bed situated back here. I did the bed custom, so I call it the school bus. I painted it school bus colors. Black washed the grill, a lot of chrome on it, license plate up front. So, sit that over here and give you a better look at it. You gotta excuse this setup. This is the first time I ever used the iPad to do this. But, yeah, I was pretty happy with the way that turned out, the way the truck turned out. A lot of first in that one. So, I did the back bed here. I did the back bed with popsicle sticks. They're not glued in. I'm not totally finished with it. So, but yeah, you can see the one popsicle stick sticking up, but that's pretty much where we're at. Oh, I also got, my neighbor has been laid up from having back surgery himself, so I was doing his yard for him, mowing it and stuff, and he gave me this big kit, custom 54, 5, and 7 Chevys. So the red and white 57, the blue and white 55, and the black and red 54. I'm going to customize them. I'm doing the 54 in a copper color. My uncle used to have a copper 54 Chevy, so here's where we're at with that. I got the body all painted up. It's copper. Painted it gloss black underneath, primered it with gloss black, and then shot the Vallejo Model Air copper color. So that's where we're at with that one. Gonna be finishing that up here hopefully in the next couple weeks after I get this MGD number 2 done. So yeah, that's where we're at. So it's good to be back. I missed everybody. Thanks for all the comments and people wondering where I've been, why I haven't produced some videos. Thanks to all my subscribers for sticking with me, and please comment on this video. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. If you see anywhere where I can improve on anything or something I'm doing wrong, please let me know. I take constructive criticism very well. So, yeah. Rate, subscribe, comment. I love getting the comments. I love responding to all of them. And thanks for tuning in. Hooterville 75 with Midnight the Ferocious Sissy. Where are you, Midnight? Oh, over there she is. See her little silhouette over there. So, talk to y'all later.